this idea. I was watching through, I was editing some videos for this channel to have some fun stuff up here, and I was thinking about the software that people use and a lot of the things that people use to make them better at the game that's cheating. We know that people cheat. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, man, I wonder if software that automatically reminded you the runes are about to spawn, you know, when did Roshan die, who picked up the Aegis, when jungle items are supposed to happen, like software like that, like the things that are globally available knowledge within a game, but that you don't have space to keep in your head. I was like, would that count as cheating? Because technically it's not any new information. Now, I think it would definitely count as cheating. I'm not saying that it wouldn't, right? But a lot of that knowledge, while in a pro game, can be absolutely like make a difference, and that's why a lot of the drama with PPD being in the game with Alliance and able to kind of be that sixth person to keep track of all of those things was a big deal. It got me thinking, it's no secret that I hate Dota Plus. I think it's this huge money grab that doesn't really provide a lot of value. And then it's also no secret that I think that this game is really hard for new people to learn, and we need to be doing more to help them. Now, I know that we have a brand new player experience, relatively new, and obviously I have not experienced it myself as I am not a new player. So I know that it has tips that pop up and things that help players for their first little bit of playing Dota. But if we really do want to make this game fun and more accessible, it might be time to think about ways that you can add an assistant that has meaningful impact in training people in the game that's more than just a new player experience. Something that really works with players as they get better and better, that can really help them. And one of these things that I was thinking about was, imagine if below a certain MMR, right? Say below 1,000 MMR in unranked games and in turbo matches, there was an assistant that showed you when Roche had died and told you, okay, the Aegis will time out at this time and it's on this player, and there's an icon that shows on the player that they have the Aegis. And then there is something else that is more aggressive about jungle item timings and pops up and says, are you sure you want to fight? You should be going and getting jungle items. Or says, hey, you don't have a jungle item equipped. Would you like to equip one? You know, Clippy. And the tutorial and new player experience that we have now, but enhanced. If it's Valve and they need to monetize it, then link it to Dota Plus and make it so that under a certain MMR and in casual games, you have a built-in Roche timer. You have something that is more aggressive about jungle items. You have something about when did someone last buy back. Maybe it even shows big ultimate cooldowns of everybody in the game. Things that a more advanced player needs to learn to keep in their head, but the newer player, there's just too much information for them. Then from 1,000 to 2,000 MMR or 1,000 to 1,500 MMR, you take away some of those features. And every time you get a new medal, you rank up significantly, those features get downgraded and downgraded until maybe 2,500 to 3K MMR, they're sort of removed because I believe that's somewhere around the average player. So if you've reached average player level, you no longer need these assistants. I know we have the new player experience. I know this is probably similar to some of the things that they're already doing, but I was just sitting here and I was thinking about it and I was like, man, this would have made Dota so much smoother. And I know we're really proud of how hard our game is, and we're not League, and we have a steep learning curve. But come on, this isn't gonna affect the pro scene. This isn't gonna affect high level MMR. Yeah, it's pay to win if you link it with Dota Plus, but at that low MMR, we should just be providing tools for people to learn and get better at the game. It gives Dota Plus actual value. It adds all of these training elements. I think it's important that we keep pushing Valve on this new player experience because, and more than just new player, right? More than just your first 15 games. That's the big thing here, more than your first 150 games. You know, it takes 1,000 games, 500 games, whatever, to have any idea of what's going on. Why don't we add something that babysits you a little bit more and trains your brain to start thinking about these things? We know that Dota Plus gives us stack timings, super useful. That's great. Well, what about MMR gated additional resources so that the more you move up in MMR, the less they're given to you, but as you move up and improve, you have that resource. Anyway, this was just a random thought I had while I was sitting here editing videos, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna record this, I'm gonna throw it up on YouTube, and it'll be there for you guys to comment and let me know. Do you know someone who's gone through the new player experience? What is the tool like? Are these things that I'm saying kind of redundant? Do they already exist? Would this be something that you'd see value in for Dota Plus, especially if you're, say, under 2,000 at MMR? Would you notice this? Would it clutter things up? Would it incentivize you to pay for it? I love data. I have a science background. I really just want to know, and I'd love some feedback on what you think. Ultimately, I want more people to play this game. I think it's fascinating. I just think it's intimidating. And anything that we can do to decrease that intimidation factor and also help teach people with in-game resources is really valuable to just keep an eye on, in my opinion. Anyway, that's it. That's this little tiny little thing. Let me know your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. Consider subscribing to this channel for more random thoughts from me, news about Dota, gameplay highlights, and other bizarre stuff that happens while I'm streaming. Enjoy, everyone.